Tattoos, if you know what you're doing, you look like a bad boy, but if you get the wrong one, then it will look like a disaster. Personally, I don't have any, but I always imagine myself to have some. Well, Momentary Ink reached out to me recently to try out their temporary tattoos, and I was like, that is pretty interesting. Time to fulfill my tattoo fantasies without any risk. They sent me a few, and they have two versions: the temporary tattoos and the semi-permanent tattoos. And in today's video, I'm gonna be trying them out, compare them, and see if they're worth it. Now, the first tattoo that I have here is a cross tattoo, which is the temporary version, and they have included the instruction booklet as well. I also have some arrows tattoo, which is the semi-permanent version. I'll explain the difference later, and it also comes with an instruction booklet. Okay, now without further ado, let's apply them and see how they look. Okay, so the first step is to clean and dry your skin. Make sure there is no oil, makeup or hair on your skin. Step 2 is to cut off the excess white from around the edges of the design. Then step 3 is to remove the clear plastic cover from the front of the design. Step 4 is to press the tattoo on the desired location, making sure the design side facing down. Then step 5 is to soak the back of the tattoo with a dripping wet paper towel for 20 to 30 seconds. Dab around the edges until the paper slides off naturally. Never try to pull it off by force. And then you just let it dry for about 3 minutes. After it is dried, take the small bottle of real teal and pour it carefully and gently onto the tattoo. The real teal solution is basically an alcohol solution to remove the shine and to make the tattoo look more realistic. After you have removed the shine, don't bend or twist your skin for about 1 hour after applying. Also avoid friction rubbing or sweating when possible, and you're basically good to go. To remove the tattoo, it is as easy as soaking and rubbing it with rubbing alcohol or baby oil. Okay, so 1 hour has passed. I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty real. I'm really liking it. But it do feel really vulnerable because I mean it is on top of my skin, so if I bathe and if I scrub this area, it's gonna just come off. And for myself, I am a very active person. I go to the gym, I go for runs, I go for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So let's see how long it'll last. Anyways, up next, let's apply on the semi-permanent tattoos. Step 1 is to clean the area with soap and water. You can also exfoliate your skin if possible. Step 2 is to peel off the stencil from the white backing. Step 3, apply the stencil onto your skin. After that, take the bottle of ink and shake it well, and then you just apply the ink generously over top the design, filling it completely with no gaps. Just be careful not to accidentally apply it to the other parts of your skin because you can easily stain it. After you are done, let the stencil sit on your skin for about 1.5 to 2 hours. Try not to accidentally touch or smear the ink because it will stain. Okay, now it is just a little bit over 2 hours. Looks like it's almost dry already. Now let's remove the stencil carefully and just wash the area with some soap and water. The ink looks pretty light, but the tattoo will fully develop in about 24 to 36 hours. Yo, so this is 24 hours later. Day 2 and the semi-permanent one has already fully developed. Day 2, they both look pretty good. The temporary one looks pretty solid. It looks pretty legit. It looks like it's going strong. It is supposed to last 3 to 5 days, so we'll see what happens. The semi-permanent one is supposed to last 1 to 2 weeks, so let's see how it goes as well. One thing that I've noticed for these two versions is that the semi-permanent ones is a little bit greenish in its tint, whereas the temporary one is just black. I don't know if you can tell, there's a little bit of a color difference, but just something to take note of. The semi-permanent one definitely looks more realistic and more real than the temporary one when you look up close. So for the temporary tattoos, it will last about 3 to 5 days, and they can be scrubbed off if you wanna. If not, it will fade and peel off over time. It's definitely best for those people who just wanna tattoo something for a short period of time because you can easily remove them by scrubbing. The semi-permanent tattoos, they last about 1 to 2 weeks. The ink has a fruit base and it actually sinks into the skin as opposed to staying on top of the skin. The semi-permanent tattoo ink will not be able to be washed off, but it will fade over time. You can speed up the fading process by exfoliating the area. So it is the best for those people who want to just have a more lusting ink, who doesn't want to constantly worry about accidentally rubbing their tattoo off. Okay, so now they are all set and done. Let's follow along with me and see how long they will last. Okay, now it is day 4 and it is still going very strong. I'm actually super impressed by the temporary tattoos. I was a bit skeptical at the start about how long it will last, but I'm pretty impressed. I went to train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on day 3, so some of the temporary tattoo rubbed off a little bit. But if I haven't gone for BJJ, it could have lasted easily more than 5 days. For the temporary tattoos, I bathed in it, I ran with it, I gymmed with it, all no problem. The only thing you need to take note is to not rub the area. And as you can see, it is really easy to remove. All you need to do is just to rub them off. Okay, now day 8. Went for BJJ class again last night. For the semi-permanent tattoo, it still looks fresh last night, but after rolling, it just became so much lighter. I think it is because of all the rubbing and friction, which is basically exfoliation, but I still think it looks great, even when faded. Okay, now it is day 13. The semi-permanent tattoo is almost gone. It doesn't leave any residue at all. It just really gradually fades. Okay, now after 14 days, it is completely gone. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with both the temporary tattoos and semi-permanent tattoos. I mean, I've put them through so much sweat and so much rubbings. If you're not a super active person, you really take care of your tattoos. The temporary tattoo can easily last more than 5 days, and the semi-permanent tattoo can easily last you more than 2 weeks. They look super realistic, especially the semi-permanent ones, which I prefer because I don't have to worry about rubbing them. But other than that, I gotta say, they are pretty awesome. They are great if you're someone who is thinking about getting a tattoo but you are not too sure, you are on the fence, or if you're going to the beach, you're going to a party and you just want to ink something onto your body temporarily and just have some fun. Either way, it is something temporary, you don't have to worry about it. Or even it could be a prank to your parents or your boyfriend, girlfriend, and see how they would react. Anyways, this video is not sponsored or anything by them, but I did get a promo code for you guys. 30% off your purchase from Momentary Ink if you use the code YAG30, or you could use the link in the description below. And that is it for today's video. If you found this review helpful, make sure to smash that thumbs up button to let me know, yo Evan, I like that review, man. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you haven't done so already. Have a great day, y'all, and I'll see every single one of you in my next video. Bam!